Men. And I use the term ever so loosely today. I know you are all very excited, and I know you're quivering with anticipation because you want to know who wins the free coffee cup. And in an extra spasm of generosity, I'm even going to throw in a sticker too. But anyway, what do I think is wrong with these cams? Well, I'll tell you what I think is wrong with them. I pulled them out of the guy's engine and I looked at them, and the profiles looked off to me. They just didn't look right. They looked awfully flat and they looked awfully wide. There just something didn't seem right about them. So I got a dial caliper and I measured one. And I come up with 1.224 or thereabouts. That was the number 2, and I compared it to another number 2 cam I had in my stash, and the profile of the number 2, look at that, 1.250. So a standard P cam, unmolested, was 25 thousandths of an inch taller than this particular P cam. And I thought, what the hell was going on? So I started measuring them all, and they were all shorter than standard P cams. Well, I came to the conclusion that these cams must have been reground. And I say that for a couple of reasons. Number one, the dimensions would indicate that there's material missing. Number two, the base circle. Here's the unmolested one, and you'll notice there's a lip right there. Notice over here on what I believe to be a molested one, that lip is gone. It's been ground. It's smooth from, you know, the whole shaft here is smooth. So this material is missing. And I think what happened was that the previous owner, had the engine apart for whatever reason, and he noticed that there were, get the right 2 over here, that there were chowder marks on the cams where the case hardening had started to fail. And I think what he did was he reground them all to save them and get a few thousand more miles out of them. So I'm pretty sure that's what the guy did. Now, you know, these 2 cams are unusable because of the case hardening is failing on them, okay? So these 2 got to go. And, you know, you could buy P cams kind of cheap on eBay and such. They're not hard to come by, although good ones are getting somewhat hard to come by. But you could replace those with standard P cams, but then they're not going to match the other P cams in the pile. I assume this engine must have run with these cams in it. The fact that there's chowder marks on them would indicate to me that they must have been running. I don't know how good it ran, but it must have run. But of course, now I'm rebuilding this for this guy, and you know, I have no idea whether these worked well or didn't work well. I mean, the engine is in for rebuild, so obviously there was something wrong with it that was causing a problem. Whether it was the cams, whether it was something else, who the hell knows? Anyway, that's the answer. The cams have been reground and the profiles are now incorrect. Well, maybe they're correct for what the guy ground them to. Let's put it this way, the profiles are now unknown. So you've got really no way of knowing or predicting whether the performance will be acceptable or not. I feel it probably would be, but you just don't know. For all intents and purposes, these are experimental cams. Okay, here's one of the things I did just to convince myself that I wasn't going crazy and seeing things. I got a chunk of aluminum. I bored a hole in it the same size as the base circle of one of the cams. I dropped one of the questionable cams into the hole and I traced the outline. And you could see the outline of the P cam, the questionable P cam, is shorter and the ramps are different. So it looks like they ground the thing all the way around. And then I dropped into this hole a unmolested P cam, and you could see the profile is wider in through here and it's taller. So the distance between here and here is the difference in the grind. So anyway, that's what I think is wrong with these things. Any of you guys who are experts on cams, who have actually ground cams, work somewhere where they make cams and know anything about cams, tell me what you think about this. Anyway, my supposition is that the case hardening started to go bad on these cams, and in an effort to save a few bucks, the guy had them reground. I don't know how they worked. The motor, of course, was non-running by the time I got a hold of it. Hadn't been running in many years. But anyway, I think the case hardening started to go bad. There's evidence of that, and I think he reground the cams, or somebody reground the cams to try to squeeze a few more miles out of them. I don't know, it looked like it might have worked. Anyway, the winner is
Graham E. Maker-V8W. He was the first guy to capture the fact that the cam had been reground. I might add that not only was the base circle reground, the entire cam was reground. Just so you know, YouTube does not provide email addresses. So to claim your prize, Graham, you'll have to contact me through the contact link below in the description and give me an address to mail your coffee cup and stickers to. There were a lot of sharp viewers out there who got the answer correct. I'd like to thank everybody who left a comment and played the game. Thank you all for watching ever so much. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Men, if you like this channel and this content, the single most important thing you could do to help grow this channel is to hit the subscribe button. I also have new design coffee cups and stickers available. I like the old coffee cups, but I like these new ones even more. Links are included in the description down below. And for those of you who really want to go the extra mile, you could join me on Patreon. Link is also included in the description down below. And to all of you who have watched these videos, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.